Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Will Johnson, and we are right on focus. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Looks like it's popping off again. Israel's being bombarded by rockets. They're trying to destroy Israel. And it's all because Israel was hit and 12. This is how I understand the story. And we have a young man that's going to come on with us and talk about this and set me straight if I get it all wrong here. The way I understand is that Israel, they've been attacked constantly, getting attack after attack after attack. Thank God they have the Iron Dome. But here recently, to my understanding, 12 children were killed. And isn't it interesting how the world community says nothing about that? They go silent on it, like it never even happened. And then Israel has every right to retaliate against these monsters, killing them. And then, only then, oh my goodness, look what Israel did. Look what Israel did. How dare they start this? Really? Well, to my understanding, they retaliated, killed one of their leaders, and now they're all upset. And now they're using this as an opportunity to attack Israel. It's pretty disgusting. Well, to have the discussion and so much more, we have Barry Nussbaum, findbarry.com, American Truth Project. This young man is all things Israel. He knows everything about Israel. American Truth Project, findbarry.com. Sir Barry, thank you so much for coming on with me.
Great to be with you, my friend. Great to be with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to let everybody know, every Thursday, I do a show with Barry on American Truth Project. And if you go to my website directly, right there on the front page of my website, you can see it. I put it right there. On the front page of my website, you can just scroll down just a little bit and you'll see it right there on the front page. You can see the times for your area to watch us every Thursday, except for this Thursday. Had to make some schedule changes, so you will be able to see us tomorrow. We'll have more information about what we're getting ready to talk about, Barry. So I'm pretty sure you're aware Lebanon is attacking Israel. So set me straight. Did I get the story wrong? Because this, you're the expert on this, and this is why I want to ask you to come on. So that way, because a lot of people get all of this, propaganda, and they get misinformation, disinformation that the left is putting out, of course. Am I off? Tell me, set me straight.
No, you said it exactly correct, Will, but I think it's even more horrible than you said. Hezbollah out of Lebanon fired a Iranian-built missile into a soccer field last weekend. It landed in the soccer field filled with hundreds of children. 12 children were literally vaporized or blown apart, and dozens more were injured. The guided missile, it's a very sophisticated Iranian-built missile. They knew exactly what they were aiming at. It was a Druzian village. The Druze are very patriotic Israelis. They're not Jewish. They're closer to the Muslim faith than the Jewish faith, although they revere Christian prophets and Jewish prophets, but they are most closely associated with the Muslim faith. But to Hezbollah, anybody on the other side of the border deserves to die. Now, this is pure and simple mass murder. There's nothing else you can call it. There was no military target within miles. There was no Israeli, per se, infrastructure target within miles. They shot specifically into a soccer field with a guided missile. It was on purpose, and it was to terrorize the local population.
Well, Barry, so they purposely shot this into a population where they knew children were located. How come the world community is not screaming about that? How come they're silent about that? But when Israel retaliates, oh my goodness, and take out one of their leaders that's been calling for the destruction of Israel, been doing this terroristic act all of this time, they don't say anything about what his activities, just when Israel retaliates. What am I missing?
You're not missing anything. There's an expression in Israel, which is when it comes to death, no Jews, no news. Meaning, if it wasn't caused by Israeli military response, then it doesn't get reported. This was a terror incident of mass murder and no condemnation. In fact, the headlines in places like the Washington Post, the BBC, the New York Times talked about it like it wasn't even clear where the missile came from. It wasn't even clear who fired it. And Israeli army intelligence, literally within minutes, was grabbing the cell phones of the parents that were at the soccer game, showing the Iranian missile parts. And there's only one place those missiles are made, just outside of Tehran, in a missile factory in Iran. There's no doubt about it. Did the Security Council get called? No. Did the UN response condemn Hezbollah or Lebanon? No. You know what the world said almost instantly? Calm down.
Yeah.
Don't retaliate.
Yeah.
Don't escalate. This is madness. So what
it really is. Yeah.
So Israel finally located a Hezbollah commander who not only authorized this missile strike on the Druze village on the soccer field, but also was involved in the planning and execution of the mass murder on October 7th of last year in Israel. And they blew him up. They didn't fire into population centers. They didn't attack a hospital or a school or a bus station, which is what Hezbollah does daily.
Right.
They didn't start mass fires in South Lebanon. Right. By the way, almost the entire north of Israel has been abandoned. Thousands and tens of thousands of people have left their homes because they're getting hit by missiles out of Hezbollah locations in Lebanon every single day.
Constantly.
And the defense secretary of the United States says, don't escalate. And I'm talking about Secretary Austin.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Secretary Blinken, who said, don't you dare escalate. I'm talking about Joe Biden. We won't send weapons if you escalate. The United Nations called the Security Council to tell Israel not to retaliate. That's insane.
Yeah, it really is. So can you split screen it for me? Because I want to show this is, I'm assuming that he's a military commander. You probably know who this person is just by the, okay. So I'm going to play just a little bit of this because he actually talks about the rocket that hit the children.
Last Saturday, the Hezbollah terrorist organization in Lebanon fired this. This Iranian Falak 1 rocket directly at a soccer field in Majd al-Shams in northern Israel. 12 innocent children playing soccer on a Saturday evening were murdered as this rocket containing 53 kilograms of explosives hit the field. Hezbollah claimed they were not responsible for the attacks. This is a lie. The evidence is irrefutable. The rocket itself, as Hezbollah is the only organization in Lebanon with an Iranian Falak 1 rockets.
And of course, you know you're going to get the world community coming out saying, oh, that's just a prop. He's lying. He's not telling the truth. Well, what about the 12 innocent children that are dead?
You can go on YouTube right now, and your audience can go on YouTube and see the Falak 1 rocket parts with the Iranian serial numbers on it taken on the camera phones of the parents as the missile was still smoldering after it blew up the soccer field. And there are kids' parts everywhere. It is horrible. Horrible. It's mass murder. There should have been a Security Council emergency meeting and condemnation from every civilized country in the world.
Really? Really? Yeah.
Crickets.
Silent.
Nothing.
So now, I guess as of last night, early this morning for us, they started bombarding Israel, northern Israel, with these rockets, and you can see it here on the screen. So they're just shooting them. Thank God they have the Iron Dome. But how much of this Israel should take?
What you're showing right now is the northern Israeli city of Haifa. I've been there a number of times. It is absolutely beautiful. There's an enormous Muslim population there. But Hezbollah is shooting into population centers. Those white lights going up are Iron Dome interceptors exploding the incoming missiles. As far as I know, right before we came on the air, Will, I checked with Israel, and none of the missiles have gotten through yet. But Iron Dome is not designed to handle hundreds of missiles. It's not.
Right.
And each one of those missiles costs tens of thousands of dollars. But for Israel, protecting people's lives has no price. Whatever it costs, they'll spend it, even though the Iron Dome supplies are running very low. You can see the white lights coming down. That's shrapnel.
Yeah.
Exploded rocket. And when those pieces of shrapnel hit a house, the house explodes. If they hit a person, the person explodes. If they hit a car, the car blows up. So it's not over when there's an interception. Remember, they're blowing up a rocket loaded with high explosives. And that's over an incredibly populated city. Haifa, H-A-I-F-A. Look it up in northern Israel. They are intentionally targeting population centers. The Grand Ayatollah in Tehran this morning, our time, was predicting they will attack Tel Aviv next and Jerusalem next. They don't care that there's a very significant population. There's 2 million Muslims living in Israel. They don't care. If you're in Israel, you're a target. They don't shoot at military bases. They shoot at apartment buildings. They shoot at schools. They shoot at hospitals. The more people they can target with a missile, the better. And the Hezbollah rockets are designed, manufactured, and shipped directly from Iran. By the way, Will, in case your audience is curious, do you want to know who's paid for those missiles?
We do.
You do.
Yeah.
You know why? Our illustrious president reversed the policy of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And has sent billions to Iran that they have turned around and proudly spent on terrorism. When Donald Trump left office, Iran was broke. There was a worldwide embargo on the export of oil. No money was being released to Iran. They couldn't afford the missiles. And in 4 years, they have built tens of thousands of them with the billions in oil revenue, courtesy of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Yep, 100%. Let me play another video for you, and this one's probably going to make your blood boil. I don't know if you've seen this one yet. Of course, this is at the UN, and this one says State of Palestine, right? Okay? Listen to this. It made my blood boil. Let's see if it makes yours.
Mr. President, violence and terror are clearly Israel's main and only currency. Not international law, not diplomacy, not mediation, not respect for human life. There is no red line for Israel. No law it will not breach, no norm it will not trample, no act too depraved or barbaric for its occupying army and settler militias, and no child, woman, or man off limits, even babies considered legitimate targets. The Israeli Prime Minister and his coalition of government extremists and military commanders believe there will never be a cost for their crimes. They believe they can literally get away with murder, get away with genocide against the Palestinian people. They believe it because it has been possible until now.
Are you hearing this? I mean, this is like the most insane thing to me. I mean, it almost sounds like we're listening to liberals here in the United States of America do the exact same thing.
This is a lady representing a non-existent country that has never existed, lying for about 2 minutes. The truth of the matter is, independent military experts, when they examine the policies, procedures, and activities of the IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, say it is the most moral army in world history. They go to extreme lengths to avoid civilian casualties. In Gaza, as an example, when the independent fact finders come in, they say, this is the lowest civilian casualty count in the history of urban warfare since the dawn of civilization. Compared to, let's say, what the United States and Britain did in World War II when we firebombed Germany and killed hundreds of thousands a day, or we nuked Japan at Hiroshima and Nagasaki, intentionally wiping out entire cities in an instant, and nobody condemned the United States.
Yeah, no one even batted an eye. It was like, oh, you know what? This is war. This is what it's all about.
We started it. We'll finish it. That was the idea. 1945.
Yep. I mean, this is so crazy. Barry, thank you so much for coming on. Again, everybody, findbarry.com. Every Thursday, I do a show with Barry, and you can find that right there directly on my website, uniteamericafirst.com. But this is it right here. You can go to findbarry.com as well. You can see me on there with Barry. You can see other content with Barry. My producer just had the other one up there on my website where you can see the show with us, and I promote it all the time. Try to get many people to come and hear the information we talk about. And then you can also go to findbarry.com.
This week's show will be tomorrow. You haven't missed it yet.
Yep, haven't missed it. So tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central for me. Barry's in a different time zone, but it's 3 p.m. Central. 3 p.m. Central tomorrow, everybody. You can see it right there next to Barry. Barry, thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow.
God bless us. Thank you so much.
All right, take care. Okay, don't go anywhere, everybody. We'll be right back.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name is General Mike Flynn, and I'm here to talk about a limited time offer of subscriptions to Patriot.tv and how you can become a member of our Patriot Defenders subscription club and become a member of Patriot.tv. Really, it's America's network. I call it the home of truth. And you can do that for only $9.99 a month. It's a great deal by itself, but what I'm going to walk you through here in these next few seconds is a couple of package deals that we have that are unbelievable. The next membership was the annual membership at $99 that you can save. Right away, you save $20 if you come in at the annual subscription rate. The best deal that I think that people ought to seriously consider is the 2-year membership at $159. And it includes a special edition of my recently released documentary, Flynn, Deliver the Truth, Whatever the Cost. So along with the 2-year membership, the 2-year subscription will send you a DVD combo of the film, plus an option to stream the movie online, as well as exclusive interviews of Tucker Carlson, Devin Nunes, and myself. So go to the home of truth, right? Go to Patriot.tv today, sign up, seriously consider the 2-year subscription rate. It's an unbelievable savings. I think it's a total savings of about $70 from just signing up on a monthly or a annual basis. So thank you very much for your support. Patriot.tv is America's new network. Thank you.
I'm excited to announce we're having a huge MyPillow spring sale. And here's a few examples. Buy one of our MyPillow 2.0s, you get another MyPillow 2.0 absolutely free. Made with cooling technology, the best pillow ever just got even better. And this just in, 9 brand new colors and styles of our Percale bed sheets. They're made with the finest long staple cotton, and now you can save 50% or more. That's as low as $24.98. And for the first time this year, I'm bringing you our My Slippers and Sandals for as low as $25 a pair. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get your MyPillow 2.0s. Buy one, get one free. Percale sheets as low as $24.98. My Slippers and Sandals as low as $25 a pair. And for a limited time, when you order $75 or more, your entire order ships absolutely free.
Imagine a world where your phone works anywhere. No dead zones, no dropped calls. That's what you get when you go to PrepGearPlus.com. The Iridium 9555 satellite phone gives you the freedom to connect from any corner of the globe. And for a limited time, it's yours at no cost with a 24-month agreement for just $95.95 a month. Plus, they offer family shared plans with up to 3 phones. Why satellite phones? They're secure, encrypted, and used by the U.S. military, ensuring that your communication is private and reliable. In a time time where the cell networks are increasingly vulnerable, the satellite phone is a beacon of stability. Don't believe me? Ask the tens of thousands who were left without service during the AT&T outage, or the heroes in Hawaii who manage emergency situations with just one satellite phone. Get a peace of mind with a network that stands firm when others fail. Visit PrepGearPlus.com or call 855-980-5830 to join the communication revolution. PrepGearPlus.com, where every call is secure and every corner of the earth is covered. And we're back. President Trump. President Trump went on stage yesterday at the NABJ, the National Association of Black Journalists. And you've seen it. I showed it to you last night. And one of the questions that came up was a brilliant question, and President Trump's response was absolutely brilliant, is what I'm referring to. DEI. President Trump was asked, was Kamala Harris' position, is she only in a position because she's a DEI hire? The short answer to that is absolutely yes. And President Trump, the brilliance of President Trump, he asked the question, define DEI. And the lady, the nasty black woman that he was talking to, did not want to get the definition of DEI because then it would just come out and be straight up Kamala Harris. Same thing with Karine Jean-Pierre. Karine Jean-Pierre is in a position because of DEI. She constantly lies. She refers to her binder. She doesn't even do the job well at all. Look at her right here. Split screen it. Again, they brought up the question about DEI and President Trump being at this event. And of course, she doesn't like it. Basically want to call President Trump racist because he's using the term DEI, or anyone uses the term DEI, when they made up the term DEI. They were championing DEI. They were so happy people were getting jobs as a result of DEI. And now when they say Kamala Harris is there because of DEI, they don't want you to say it. Listen.
Donald Trump yesterday attacked, obviously, Kamala Harris's identity, said he didn't know she was black. You reacted to that yesterday. But I'm wondering if the president is aware of those comments. What you thought of it.
The president's aware. I think he, just like myself and what I stated here and what the vice president stated as well, I'll just reiterate what I said. It was repulsive, disrespectful, and insulting. And we believe, and obviously we're not the campaign here, but we can speak more broadly, that generally that the American people deserve better. They deserve better. And real leaders do not tear people down. They don't question someone's identity.
They don't question someone's identity. Really? Really? So why are they questioning Trump's identity? Oh, you didn't hear about this? Well, look at this. They're referring to this. President Trump's dad, when he came over here, apparently, according to President Trump's book, is what they're saying, is that President Trump's family came from Germany. And he said, well, we want to tell everyone they came from Sweden. Well, you know what? Telling someone you came from a certain place is completely different from saying that. Now, it's one thing if President Trump said he was Indian and then he's white. He's Indian and then he's white. Now they're talking about a location as if it's the same thing. And it's not the same thing. President Trump is still Caucasian, regardless. If he's from Sweden, if he's from Australia, if he's from Russia, if he's from Germany, he would still be considered a Caucasian male, really, at the end of the day. But Kamala Harris, she's not black. She's Indian. And they're trying to make a comparisons. Listen to this.
Elizabeth left Germany and settled in Queens, New York. But over the decades, the Trumps told a story about being of Swedish origin, not German. Gwenda Blair is author of The Trumps.
In 1940s, people, especially in the real estate industry in New York, didn't want to hear that somebody was German. So let's get rid of that. Let's be Swedish.
That's right. Donald's father, Fred Trump, told everyone that the family was Swedish.
I don't believe there's any Swedish ancestry whatsoever.
And Donald kept up the fiction as late as 1987 in his bestseller, The Art of the Deal.
This story is classic Horatio Alger. Fred Trump was born in New Jersey in 1905. His father, who came here from Sweden as a child, owned a moderately successful restaurant.
Even Donald wondered why the story was necessary. When he was working on The Art of the Deal, he reportedly asked his dad, "Do I have to do this Swedish thing?" Trump eventually embraced his family heritage and that small town in Germany where the Trumps really came from.
Okay, so let's get this straight. President Trump even said that he didn't want to go along with it. I mean, they just admitted it in here trying to like, oh, we got you. And they just admitted that Trump didn't even want to go along with it.
You know what?
What in the world?
What's interesting is he just told the story. Listen, when he came over
he
there,
was being forthcoming.
They even said that a lot of realtors and stuff didn't want to hear you were from Germany. They didn't want to sell to those people. So in order to protect themselves and not have to deal with that, they said they were Swedish. I get it, right? I get it. You just want to buy a house, right? And so later, Trump came out and he's like, I really don't want to do that anymore. I'm just going to identify and embrace it.
And he told the truth.
And they think this is a gotcha moment.
And he told the truth. That's the whole point of his book. And they said, oh, he still went along with it. No, he told the truth.
They're desperate.
Oh, they're absolutely
playing
desperate.
Tit for tat. They have no substance to their argument. They're not talking about Kamala on the economy. They're not talking about Kamala on the border with substance.
No,
anyways.
not at all.
They're not talking about any great plans that she has.
No, not at all. And Shannon, they're running with this. They're literally, watch this. Look at this. They're absolutely running with this.
Nothing else.
Because they don't have anything. He just admitted in the book, like, no, I'm not, you know what? I'm from Germany. I'm not going to do it. Why are we doing this, Dad? But watch this.
Well, I think I probably know Donald better than anyone on this panel. Forgive me if anyone thinks differently. But I recall in his book, The Art of the Deal, Laura, when Donald Trump identified himself as Swedish.
He didn't. The report I just showed you just said that President Trump was questioning why his dad doing it. And he said, I don't want to do this. They just said it. I mean, look, okay, hold on. Watch.
Omarosa, first of all, is a bitter woman.
Oh, she's completely bitter.
She doesn't like Trump. They were friends, but she was conniving.
Yeah, she's completely bitter.
Trump cut her off.
She's completely bitter.
Right? Because he didn't want to acknowledge that his father was German and his mother was Irish, and he thought that that would play better to those who were patronizing his businesses. So can we call the question his past of self-identifying as first Swedish, then German, and then Irish whenever it's convenient? Donald doesn't know the difference between ancestry and race. He doesn't want to know the differences, nor does he understand the nuances of how people self-identify.
Hold on really quick. You know what? You know what's really maddening about this? President Trump, he wasn't the one bringing up that Kamala Harris was the DEI hire in the first place. You know who was doing that? People like me. We were saying it because they kept pushing DEI onto our society. They said that, the airplanes crashing, we said DEI, Pete Buttigieg, all of them talking about DEI. They were the ones pushing DEI in schools, at the grade school level, in the college level, in the workplace, even in government facilities, they had to use DEI. They hired so many people as a result of DEI. That's who brought it up. And then President Trump was asked a question about it, and they want him to go on national television and say, stop using DEI. Kamala Harris is not a DEI hire. She is a DEI hire. You gonna say something, Shannon?
Yeah, so to go along with their discussion about Kamala, we played a video earlier where Al Sharpton said that Kamala's always identified as black. Well, at the beginning of that video you just played, at the bottom, it said Harris in 2019 said, I was born black, I will die black, right? Well, in 2020, she said she was running as an Asian descent person. So it sounds like Kamala Harris has been experiencing an identity crisis, and perhaps she needs to decide what you can say you're both if you want to be both, but you can't continuously play a certain role in order to get a certain
what was that
That's
flower
what
called?
I don't agree with.
What's that flower called? Is it dandelion? She loves me. She loves me now.
Yeah. And then let me also
I'm
bring
black
up,
today. I'm black. I'm not.
Look at the panel.
I'm black now, and I'm black. I'm not.
Look at the panel that was discussing this.
Yeah, really. They're all black. What happened? We'll go back to this when we come back. Don't go anywhere. We're going to go to a quick break. We'll be back. I got more of this you got to see. We'll be right back.
Throughout history, the spirit of patriotism has prevailed. The battles may have changed, but the values remain the same. Today, in 2024, we find ourselves at a pivotal moment where the call for unity, freedom, and a better future echoes louder than ever. For more than 10 years, Patriot Mobile has been committed to supporting the values that make our nation great. With affordable plans and reliable nationwide coverage, Patriot Mobile is not just a wireless service. It's a call to action for those who believe in the American dream. Because this year is not just any year, it's the most important year since our nation's founding. Choose a wireless carrier that shares your values. Choose Patriot Mobile.
I don't know about you, but I have to have that cup of coffee in the morning. And Kingdom Cup is mold-free, it is pesticide-free, and it is organic. It's got this flavor that is delicious. You don't even have to put cream or sweetener in it.
Why did we go with the bean form, the whole bean? Because ultimately the powder form is the one that gathers the most moisture. And that means the more potential mold development. This is actually organic, mold-free, certified. That's important because ultimately people drink coffee. It's cultural. And so we tried to meet the culture where it is and create a healthy alternative.
Make the healthy choice for you and your family. Try mold-free, pesticide-free, and it's organic. Delicious Kingdom Cup coffee. And it's available now at the Patriot TV store. Go to patriot.tv and click on store. You'll find Kingdom Cup coffee in the health and wellness section. Order Kingdom Cup coffee at the Patriot TV store now.
Nor does he understand the nuances of how people self-identify. And so I believe that that's disqualifying for him. And when he mispronounces her name, Laura, he does it as a slur. He does it intentionally to harm her, to make people see the otherness of Kamala Harris. And so I posed a question to Bruce when he says, oh, at some point she identified as this, and at some point she identified as this. Are you going to hold Donald Trump to the fire for identifying himself as Swedish, even though he has no Swedish roots, in his best-selling book, The Art of the Deal, Bruce?
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I think I probably know.
They're lying. They're leaving out key details. I just played it for you, for those of you who just watched it, where they were talking about President Trump mentioning it, and he was talking to his father. He put it in the book, asking his father, why are we doing this? He questioned his father about why we're doing this. So, and he put it in the book. If it was something that President Trump was hiding, he wouldn't have put it in the book. They wouldn't even be talking about it, that it's in the book. President Trump put it in the book. This is how liberals are. This is how stupid they are. They know the truth, but then they go on national television and they tell everybody the opposite. They tell people like, oh, don't pay attention to this part here, but we're going to tell you what President Trump was actually saying. Kind of makes me think about what Adam Pencilneck Schiff was doing a parody about Ukraine. Remember the transcript? He got the transcript and he wasn't even reading it. He was reading the transcript, but he was adding so much to it, trying to make it look like, wow, man, listen to Adam Schiff and reading the transcript like this is really bad. But Adam Schiff was straight up lying. As a result, he was censored. Adam Schiff's going down in history as a censored House representative. Now he's trying to go over to the Senate because he wants to retire as a senator without that being on his record, without that being his legacy. Because, they're all concerned about their legacy once they get and become a politician. Oh, how are people going to think about me later on in the history books? My legacy. I never cared about that. I don't care what people even think about me. It's a problem of mine, I guess. Some people say, well, maybe you should be a little concerned about what people think about you, but I really don't. I'm always telling people that I'm flawed. I got major issues. You keep watching enough, you'll see I make mistakes here and there. And I don't, you know what? I'm not perfect. If you're looking for perfect people, you came to the wrong place. And I don't mind telling you that because it's true. You want me to lie to you? You want me to act? You want me to act like I'm perfect? I do have the tie on, but I still tell you that I'm not perfect because I want people to know the real me. I want people to know that I'm here. I care. I say the things I say because they're true. I talk about stuff that's happening in our world because they're true. I don't want this stuff happening, but yet it's happening. This is the United States of America. And when I was a kid growing up, and I'm looking at adults and I'm thinking they all had it all together. Little did I know. Let me give you another example of how the stupidity is, right? They're all upset because President Trump went to this event and President Trump called it out. I mean, if Kamala Harris, he straight up said Kamala Harris doesn't even know what she is. She can't even decide on her own. And of course, it's always on the Communist News Network. They always find black people to try to retrieve other black people. There's actually one Republican on here that makes sense on here. But split screen it. Watch this.
Bakari, I'm half Colombian, but for the purposes of this panel, I guess I will be black. How do you think Vice President Harris handled her response to Trump?
No, I think that this is an amazing moment in American TV history because we can all tell the audience at that time we turned black. For me, it was about 99, 2000 when I first heard Juvenile's Back That Ass Up and I had a rhythmic cadence to my dance. At that moment, I knew I was black. But look, I just think Kamala did what she was supposed to do. Like, you got to be a leader focused on the future. You got to be a leader focused on tomorrow. And that's what she's doing. For me, and I've said this a number of times and it bears repeating, not everyone who supports Donald Trump is a racist, and we can't lump people together like that. But I can say that Donald Trump is a racist, and I can say that he uses racism as political currency.
How is President Trump racist? You know, you see this, they'll say comments like that. Well, give us examples of how President Trump is racist. Oh, he said they were sending over their rapists and murderers. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they were. Yes, that's true. So give me a better example. Give me a better example. They all see, this is the key details they always leave out.
And just the sheer audacity to go into the National Association of Black Journalists in their convention, in front of their face, in front of three journalists who did the best they could.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I got to stop it because I have a video that I want to share with you. And then we'll go back to that. But I want y'all to listen to this because here's another black man asked a question about President Trump being racist. I think his name is Judge Brown. Watch.
Is Trump a racist? I don't think so. I've talked to a number of black entrepreneurs who back in the late 80s and 90s, early 90s, were trying to get financing. They couldn't. Somebody told them to go check with Donald Trump. So they come back and tell me they got a loan from Donald Trump. He gave them a term loan. Show up with the interest and the principal, one check. But they had to go see him personally. They independently relate this tale that when they saw him, he said, "This what you supposed to pay me? This our agreement?" Said, "Yeah." And then tore the check up, shook their hands, and congratulations. Now run your business. He didn't have any problem with dating a black woman, walking her down red carpets. Most people don't know this. He did was the finance man behind Jesse Jackson's 2 runs for president.
Wow. Oh, but Trump is racist. See, you see how they do? And they don't ever bring that up. And most of these people know this information because they all used to love Trump. They all used to love Trump at one point. Knowing this information, but they do the lies, split screen it. They do the lies, trying to convince everyone that Trump is racist when they know good and well that President Trump is not. What does the Bible say about people that constantly lie? The truth is not in them. Do you know?
They could do yesterday. Well, 2 of the 3 did the best they could do yesterday. And insult a black woman in that manner, I just think it is a place.
How did he insult her? Are we watch? I mean, did we watch the same video? Did we watch the same thing? Exactly how did he insult her? They keep saying this, but they don't tell anybody. How did he insult this woman, this nasty black woman? She was saying President Trump he had races at Mar-a-Lago. He did XYZ. And you know what President Trump did? He didn't cut her off. He didn't yell at her. He didn't do anything. He just sat there and took it. He didn't say anything. And then when it was his turn to talk, he said, that was pretty nasty of you. You were already late 35 minutes, and this is how you're going to do me when I come up here.
Yeah, you know what is interesting?
I mean, he didn't disrespect her. He wasn't even nasty to her at all.
You know what I love about Trump? Is he treats all people the same.
Yes.
He really does. And you know, the sad thing is that the Democrat Party and these people that we're listening to on these screens literally created and launched Kamala Harris's campaign through identity politics. And now identity politics is all throughout this campaign right now.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
And they're upset about it.
And they don't want it. They want it to be in there, but then they don't want it to be in there because they want to say that if you don't vote for Kamala Harris, you're racist.
Yeah, because it's questionable who Kamala is. She's created an identity crisis with her back and forth of doing this and doing that. And now people are like, well, who are you? I mean, you're fake, right?
Yeah.
That's what they don't like.
Yeah, you're fake. 100% fake. We're getting ready to go to a break. When we come back from this break, we're going to change it up. I want to talk a little bit about the Olympics. Did y'all see this? A woman goes into a boxing ring. Supposedly another woman comes into the boxing ring, but it's not a woman. It's another man. I want to give you the response from the Olympics about this situation when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
Looking to give your wardrobe an upgrade? Well, look no further. Here at God Country & Kin, we've got you covered from head to toe, from shoulder to shoulder, and everything in between. Introducing our brand new Patriotic Collection, designed to display your patriotic spirit with a stylish look that's sure to turn heads. And the best part is, you don't have to break the bank to be your best you. Why wait? Visit us online or in-store today and elevate your style with God Country & Kin. God Country & Kin, where patriotism meets style. Shop now. Visit the Patriot TV store and look for the God Country Kin banner to find the perfect outfit, shirt, accessory, or maybe a great hat. You can totally see yourself rocking this hat. I know you can. And check out all the great stuff we've got to show your patriotism at patriot.tv.store. Click that link above that says store and join me there at the Patriot TV store.
A voice spoke to me and said, I've got something I want to show you. I was so sure God had talked to me. And I was stunned by what I saw.
A direct fulfillment of this over 2,500-year-old prophecy. The United States will stand with Israel.
Why haven't I ever seen this before?
1/3 of humanity will die. What do these beasts symbolize?
The lion, the bear, the leopard.
The combined beast from Revelation 13 represents the end-time government of the Antichrist. Understanding the end time.
Exclusively for you, we have the Adventures Canvas Hat. It's heavy-duty cotton canvas with a wide brim and natural fraying for a unique look. This hat is perfect for the beach or hiking. Also check out our custom-made polyester satin scarves. Exclusive patterns, handcrafted in Minnesota. And for the men, premium American Bison Buffalo leather wallet. Single-fold wallet, 3 pockets for cards and cash. Go to UniteAmericaFirst.com and select the merch tab to shop.
And we're back. So I haven't watched any of the Olympics. And of course, I'm online looking around at different things. and I see events taking place. And this video pops up on my feed, and this is on X, of course, because that's pretty much where I look at, most news articles and things like that. So I'm on there looking, and this video pops up where this looks like, from a distance, when they first show it, looks like two women. But then when they zoom in, it's actually two men, or it's one man and a woman. And the man is beating the woman to the point to where she just stops. I think the story is that she gets hit and she's like, I can't take this. And then she end up walking over to her coach and tells the coach that I can't do this. And then I guess at that point it becomes a forfeit. She trained all her life. She trained all her life for this, just to get it taken away, robbed from her. Well, let me share with you what they were saying. And this is at the Olympics. Listen to what they're saying, basically trying to justify this man getting in the ring, beating up a woman. And while this woman is getting beat up in the ring, where in the world are the kitty cat hat wearing women? Where the women is putting the kitty cat stuff on their face now? Where the feminists at? They're completely silent. Just like a grown man going into the restroom with a little girl or other women. They don't say anything. Listen to this.
About safe sport, we're talking about physically and psychologically safe athletic environments, so both mental health and also safeguarding. We're really pleased that the Olympic Games Paris 2024 has the most comprehensive package of mental health and safeguarding, so safe sport initiatives, services, infrastructure, than any other Olympic or sporting event in history. I wanted to take you through a little bit of it. Here, I don't know if you had the chance to see on the tour through the village previously, but here we have the Athlete 365 Mind Zone, which has been developed in collaboration with Powerade. And it's staffed by my team at the IOC Safe Sport Unit in the IOC Medical and Scientific Department. We worked really closely together with the Athletes Department on developing this concept because it's what the athletes wanted. Athletes really wanted a space within the Olympic Village where they could disconnect and decompress. We know that mental health is a critical topic for athletes, and it's something that we see in general. So around 1 in 3 people across the world will experience at some point in their life a mental health symptom or disorder. And athletes are people too. And it was really important that we focused on mental health and well-being at the Games. And it's our main entry point for safe sport.
So if they're focusing on mental health issues at the Games, why are they allowing it to happen? Why are they allowing these grown men to go into the ring with women and beating them up like this? Help me understand, Shannon. What is this? Why do you think this is happening?
I mean,
this is the Olympics, and she's saying that they're protecting people.
I mean, well, they are protecting the dude that thinks he's a woman, right? I mean, that's just the way we are today. Wokeism, obviously, we know wokeism is all throughout the Olympics. It's sad. And, I was saying that the boxer that ended up ending the boxing match, she got hit a couple of times. She was in there for 46 minutes. Said she had
46 seconds.
Or seconds. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, 46 seconds. Said she had never been hit so hard, right? So she ended it, and unfortunately, she's going to now be known, or fortunately, be known for standing up for women's sports. I guarantee she's going to come out and be an advocate now that men should not be in women's sports. Because she's a clear example of why they shouldn't be. She fought her whole life to get there. She's been in probably thousands of boxing rings. And she gets to the pinnacle of her career and she has to deal with this.
Yeah. Exactly.
She's taken a lot of hits. She knows the difference.
Yeah, so look at it. This is one of the hits here. Look at this. Look at that. So she's in the actual female's in blue. I mean, her head snaps. And she says she's never been hit so hard in her entire life. And this is her talking here. I'm just going to play some of it. It's not in English, but you can just hear it in her voice.
Cosa si sente? Lui è mio padre. Io ho fatto l'ultimo chilometro perché un giorno mi sentii stanca. Prima di Tokyo mi sentivo stanca. Dissi babbo, sono stanca, gli allenamenti sono intensi, però io non mollo. Lui mi disse, Angelina babbo, un campione è un po' come quando combatti, è un po' come il ciclismo. Il campione quando vede l'ultimo chilometro lo sai che cosa fa? Pedala ancora di più. Allora tu arriva a quell'ultimo chilometro e pedala, vai fino in fondo perché io sarò sempre con te. E così ho fatto. Fino alla fine ho combattuto con sangue negli occhi perché volevo a tutti i costi questa vittoria, solo per mio padre. Cosa si sente?
Oh, she wanted to take the medal home for her dad.
Yep. I mean, my goodness.
How heartbreaking.
I mean, my goodness. And it's no surprising, right? Because look at their opening that they had. And then a lot of people are saying, oh, it doesn't remind me of the Last Supper. And this is exactly what they were doing. This whole Olympics, I have not watched a single bit of it other than the clips that's popping up on the feed. And I'm talking about it now. And this is the part of the reason why I'm not even watching it. Because women aren't safe. And then you hear Kamala Harris and all of the Democrats saying women's rights, women's rights, women's rights to kill the unborn child. But when it comes to women's rights, actual women's rights, because, you know, killing the unborn child, that's just straight up murder. Let's call it for what it is. But when it comes to actual rights for women, they don't want you to have them. But they want you to vote for them. They expect you to get out and vote for them. That's the reason why they did that whole thing. White women for Kamala, black women for Kamala. Because they expect you as a woman to go vote for Kamala, not President Trump, because President Trump, he's taking your rights away. And President Trump has helped more women in this country and more black people in this country than the Democrats put together. It's just, this is our society. This is our world today, where women are not being protected. And then if you're a man and you want to protect women, you're weird. What is wrong with you? And if you're a man, biological man, straight man, and you want to marry a biological woman, you're weird. Something is wrong with you. That's the society that we live in now. These people are straight up evil, blatantly evil. They're not even silent about it any longer. Okay, so we are at the end. Tomorrow, same time, we'll be here at 8 p.m. Central, and we will open up the phone lines tomorrow. Last Friday, I told people we're going to take phone calls, but we had issues with our phone system. We got that resolved. So we will have the phone line open up tomorrow. Make sure you tune in 8 p.m. Central. Use your voice. It'll be a time for you to voice your opinion about what's going on in the world. And, you know, we leave it. I typically do it on Friday. So then that way you can talk about whatever it is you want. I just ask that you keep it PG-13. Keep it PG-13. Just ask that you keep it PG-13. Also, if you would, please go to patriot.tv/right on focus. Patriot.tv/right on focus. Subscribe. Help me out. In the future, you will actually see interviews that you won't see anywhere else unless you go to patriot.tv/right on focus. You can put it on the screen there. Become a sponsor. I like to think of it as a sponsor for my show, for the network. And you'll be helping me out, continue to bring information. You'll be helping the network to continue bringing information. And this is what it's all about. This is what it's about. We have to come together as people. If you like the information that we're doing, the information that we're relaying to you, you like America, you love America, please consider going to patriot.tv/right on focus. And I plan on putting some documentaries there too, short documentaries, and when time permits, at some point we'll put long documentaries, but they will be right here on patriot.tv/right on focus exclusively. So get in there today. And also when you sign up, you actually get deals to the Patriot TV store. You get discounts. So it's a win-win. It really is. It is a win-win. You almost don't want to do it. You can't do it. Can't go without it. But that's it for me, everybody. God bless. See you tomorrow evening.
I'm excited to announce we're having a huge MyPillow spring sale. And here's a few examples. Buy one of our MyPillow 2.0s, you get another MyPillow 2.0 absolutely free. Made with cooling technology, the best pillow ever just got even better. And this just in, 9 brand new colors and styles of our Percale bed sheets. They're made with the finest long staple cotton, and now you can save 50% or more. That's as low as $24.98. And for the first time this year, I'm bringing you our My Slippers and Sandals for as low as $25 a pair. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get your MyPillow 2.0s. Buy one, get one free. Percale sheets as low as $24.98. My Slippers and Sandals as low as $25 a pair. And for a limited time, when you order $75 or more, your entire order ships absolutely free.
Former National Security Advisor, Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, pleaded guilty today for lying to the FBI.
He was one of the most respected generals in the military.
Every American needs this historical DVD keepsake. Flynn delivered the truth, whatever the cost. Hand signed by General Michael Flynn. Order now at the Patriot TV store. Use promo code PTV at checkout to get special savings. The Patriot TV store, a secure, hassle-free shopping experience.